What's going on, guys? I don't really know what we're doing today. This is me not being very prepared, but I have a little bit of stuff we can do that I know for sure. We're messing with this again, so playing with the skyline. We have done some things, nothing major, but I built a bracket. We need to paint it, so maybe if we have some black paint, we can paint said bracket. This goes this way. And maybe we could like take these off and paint them, just clean a few little things up. These are just like the radiator stays. But I built this bracket right here. The one that they had is over here, and it's pretty hilarious. These are the most chicken shit welds I've ever seen in my life. Look at these welds. Can you see them? Look at that. Like, I could do better than that. That's saying something. So I did do better than that. This was bent, and then I just kind of copied it. And then I built a bracket on it to hold our fuel pressure regulator. So we need to paint this, and that'll be good. We have fuel lines, so what we're doing, the car seems to run rich. It smokes, and we don't know if it's fuel or if it's oil. And the reason I say we don't know is because I haven't seen it. I can see it in the rearview mirror, and that's it. We do know when we picked up the car from Garrett, there was oil in the intercooler, so that kind of tells me that, hey, the turbos are probably leaking. But these are also known for like crankcase issues, and so maybe it's just like pumping oil into the turbos from the crankcase. I have no idea. But what I do know is we need to get to a baseline, and the only way I feel comfortable with doing that is getting it off the ECU that it's on. What's up, girlie?
Mom, can you give me some dessert?
What does she want?
Dessert.
Oh, you want dessert? So I figure the best way to get to a baseline is to get it on a standalone, get different injectors in here, and all kinds of things like that. So with all that being said, let's look at this very expensive and very small pile of parts that we have over here. It's kind of sad how small this pile is, yet how expensive it is. So first things first, we have an AEM wideband. This came from the hard body because the hard body now has the Fuel Tech one in it, so that's not a big deal. We then have a PRP street trigger kit. These use this crazy crank angle sensor right here, and apparently it's not very good for things. I don't know. So we bought this. We have here, this is a pressure sensor, so we're going to monitor fuel pressure. This is actually really cool if you guys are putting in a standalone. This does both pressure and temperature, so you can have this for your oil pressure and your oil temperature, which is awesome. We got this from PRP. It is a long snout, fast acting intake air temperature sensor made specifically for the RB26. It goes here in the manifold and gets it far enough away. It does use a different plug, which I thought was funny if it's made specifically for this application. We have our Tomei fuel pressure regulator. We have some generic, I think these are dash sixes, yeah. Some generic dash six AN lines and AN hose. It came with a wrench, that's why I bought this set. And then we bought a flex fuel kit, so we can run flex fuel. I felt like there was something else in here, maybe not. So we have that. Then we have this little thing, and it's kind of ugly. I wish this was nicer. This is from Wiring Specialties, and what it does, it's really interesting, and I don't know why Nissan did this, but we're going to run low impedance injectors, but the ECU wants to see high impedance injectors stock. So this is a resistor pack to make it all work. This is a delete, so you plug this in there. It gets rid of the resistor pack and allows us to run modern injectors, which we have here. We have a set of ID 1050Xs and adapter plugs to make them work. So we have that. Then the final piece is we have a Link G4X plug and play ECU. This is to an R32 GTR, which I pulled the cover off and that's what's in the car. There's a lot of weird things going on with the car. Obviously, we think potentially it runs rich. The car also just revs, like it doesn't seem to stop. On the TAC, which granted we don't know if is accurate, I've seen 9,000 RPM. These are supposed to stop at like 8250, and then like with the chip, like a stage 1 chip, they go to 85, and then a stage 2 chip, they go to 9,000. Well, I revved it to 9,000 and let off because I didn't want to keep going. So this is going to allow us to see and control and make sure everything is right. And if something's not wired right, we'll be able to tell on the ECU and we can find that source and fix it. I'm linking up with a company if you guys need owner repair manuals for this car or any other car. I'll have their link down in the description. You can go get factory manuals from them for a very reasonable price. They're like 20 bucks. And it'll have your wiring diagrams, everything you need to know, torque specs, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna make a video specifically for that. We're gonna get one. I'm trying to figure it out. Do I wanna get one for the R34 or do I wanna get one for the R32? I don't know. Maybe we just get both. And then we will bring the laptop out here and we'll go over it with you guys when we're doing some stuff. But that's where we're at. We have all these parts. We have more parts coming from Japan that we're waiting on currently. But this is what we have and we need to get installed. Problem is, I really like driving this car. So we're gonna have to install this stuff like quick. So what my plan is to do the little things first, like the fuel system. We'll get that all done. Then we'll move on to like getting the wideband in, and then we can move on from there to doing the bigger things because the injectors, the trigger kit, and the ECU are all gonna have to go in at the same time. And we have to figure out how to wire these sensors in. I don't know how to do that. I've never played with a Link. Will's never tuned a Link. Don't know anybody that has a Link. But I've heard really good things. A lot of people recommend them. So that's what we're doing. Today, I think we're gonna show you guys how to install a wideband. And we're gonna put a wideband in this. I bought a 3D printer so we can make a little gauge pod for the car because the car already has gauges in it. But yeah, all that talking of what we're gonna do to the Skyline. Let's actually do something. So, this is an annoying part about this car. Anytime we want to jack it up or put it on a lift, we got to take this body kit off. It's a little bit annoying, but the cost of looking cool, it is what it is. I went through and I redid a bunch of these screws and like put in screws that we could actually get to, because they had them like bondoed and all kinds of stuff, and it was a real pain in the butt to get this done. But now we have a system, we know what we're doing, we can get these on and off pretty quick. Can you read what that says? Monkey magic?
Monkey Yes, I think so.
I don't know what that means. It's the Urus logo, but it says Monkey Magic. All right, now the other side. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and spray these. I don't know what this is. It's some kind of collector, comes off each of the turbos, the downpipes maybe, because there's like these little elbows that come off the turbo and then they go to this. But we're going to take that out. We're going to put our wideband in right here. So I'm going to mark this spot. We're going to get this thing off, drill the hole, weld the new bung on. I have an actual bung, but if you guys don't have a bung, so here, let me show you. I collect things on purpose, and I have a very nice O2 bung. It has this screw in it, and it seals, and it does its thing. So you can go buy these, and they're like $20, $30, something like that. They're absurd. You can go buy a spark plug non-fouler, which will be threaded like this, and then it'll have like a cone that comes off it and threads down here. You can cut it, and you can use your spark plug non-fouler, weld it on, and they're like $5 for 3 of them. So, but as you can see, we have bungs, so we're just gonna use a bung. So there's that. We need a Sharpie, which I had yesterday when I was doing something. Carissa found it. So we're gonna take our Sharpie and we're gonna mark where we wanna put our thing. We can grab our sensor here. We're just gonna make sure that where we wanna put this, it's not gonna interfere with anything. So you want it at an upward angle like that. That way water can't get into the sensor. So we're just gonna go ahead, put a cross there, and that'll be fine. It's not gonna interfere with anything. It's not gonna hit nothing. A little bit of room to move. And there's our spot. So now we're gonna get the impact gun. We're gonna rip this off, and we're gonna fingers crossed that we can reuse these gaskets, because I don't have any. If this doesn't work, then we might have to break out the torch and get crazy. Let's see, fingers crossed nothing breaks. Told you this was the real gun. Doesn't even care. It's like, what nuts? Okay. That one's kind of pain to get to. Is that not going? Where's the other one? Right there. That's gonna mess stuff up. All right, so I just used my step bit. I used the drill press first, started a hole, then I step bit this, and it's a nice tight fit. I can't even get it out. So anyways, now we're gonna go over there to the TIG welder. We're gonna TIG this thing on here. I'm gonna have to get it out, clean up a little bit. We got flap disc right there. We'll clean all this up. Yeah, and we're gonna weld it up. I have no idea. It's a treasure. Yeah, if you can read kanji, maybe tell us what it says. 1307.21. 200 yen. I wonder if it's like a wrapper. What is this? Where does that go? Down there as a ground. Okay. I don't know how to get that off. Okay, you can pause. So we got our wires routed. We got it wired into the cigarette lighter plug. This should work without issue. It's currently off. We're going to turn the key on, see if it turns on, and it does. So perfect. Should be good. So now we got to put all this back together and go from there. Garrett just showed up and gave us our printer. He's going to come back, teach us how to do that. And this video will be coming out tomorrow. I should be able to get it printed and get it installed tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with all of this back together. All right, it's the next day. I got to put the interior back together. My part is finished printing. I'm going to show it to you guys in a second. This is my first dive into 3D printing. We're printing a Bulbasaur and a Mew for Levi and Raybird. But anyways, so I designed this and printed it myself. This is the first time I've ever done anything of the sort. And I'm happy with how it came out. I think it came out really well. It is white, but it looks really good. Oh, let's get in here. So there it is. So got the wideband in. It's a little tall, you can see compared to this. It's a little high. I think maybe 5 millimeters. I don't know. But it could be this doubled in thing too. Not sure, but I think it fits pretty good. We go to the final design. I think I'll shrink it a touch, and I'll shrink it this way a touch too. I had to sand all 4 sides to get it to fit. And it's held in by double-sided tape. It's in really good, and it fits pretty flush at the bottom, but at the top not so much. And I have double-sided tape. Oh no, I don't. I took it out. So that's just how it is. So I'm gonna have to shorten the back a little, but it's good to know. We have this. I have all the dimensions wrote down inside. Oops. So the next one will be the final product, and it'll be better. And if you guys need one of these or want one of these for your R34 GTT or GTR or whatever, I'll be printing them in black and potentially other colors, but black is what I'm going to order right now. And you guys can go to the website and I'll have these on there. So let's go ahead and get all this mess back together.
Hi.
Levi wanted to say hi to you guys. Say hi.
Hi.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Playing.
Messing with the tape measure? All right. So, I haven't gotten the driver's seat yet. You can see the gauge there. We're going to go ahead and fire this thing up and see what it reads. Let's open this door. Car should start. If it doesn't, then we mess something up. Man. Oh. Okay. I'm in. All right, we know it turns on with key on. There she goes, she reading. Yeah, see the car's running rich, rich, rich. Very rich. So, that's good to know, because we thought it was running pretty rich, and now we got proof, and we can send that to the new ECU and know what's going on. Dope. All right, so there it is. Gauge is on. It works. It's reading just fine. I'm gonna set you guys down. So gauge is on. It reads just fine. Everything's good there. That's how you install a wideband. If you didn't know, that's how you do it. We got it nice and neat. You can't even tell that it's in there. We ran our vacuum lines nice and neat. I think it looks really good on the inside. Once we get black filament for the printer, we'll get that going. And it'll be perfect. Like, it'll almost look factory, which is awesome. So anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one, where we'll probably be installing a link. See you guys then.